Welcome back to Overland, Florida, everybody. I'm Kevin, and today's video is one that I'm really excited about. My poor adventure boat has been sitting underneath an oak tree for almost 2 years. With selling my previous house and moving here, we used it to transport some stuff, some junk that was in the yard and in the garage. And then since it's been sitting so long, it's basically just become a dumpster. All the old Overland stuff from the Ford Maverick, from our camper, from our 4Runner, plus all the stuff companies have sent me that was just straight garbage, pretty much just got dumped in the boat. And then times that by all the oak leaves, the acorns, the animals. It is an absolute disaster. So I'm gonna try to uncover the boat today, clean it all out, get rid of all the junk, wash it really nice, and then I'm going to order all the parts to do all the maintenance on the engine, the lower unit, and I'm gonna grease everything on the trailer, the axle hubs and everything. There's just so much junk, I don't even know where to begin. Here are some Toyota 4Runner front rotors. We have a DFG shower. This was on the Ford Maverick, and then this was on our camper that we no longer have either of those vehicles. We have a wood crate that a rooftop tent came in. We have a hood solar panel. I do not recommend. It was only on the hood for maybe 3 years, and the thing totally fried. This is our old hood from the Toyota 4Runner. We had to go find a new hood. Totally fried it, and then the moisture got underneath from rain and the dew, and the rust started. So if anybody wants that for scrap, they can have that. And we have wires and fuses from previous projects. Looks like we need to go to the DMV and get that updated. Let's see, we got a 10 gallon, or is it 11 gallon? 10 or 11 gallon road shower. This was on top of the camper that we no longer have. We have a Harbor Freight gun box, which I think is empty. We used to keep our recovery gear in this on top of the camper. We have a cardboard box of outdoor lighting posts, some 2x4s, some pipe, no trespassing sign, and I think that's it that's on top of the cover besides water, leaves, and sticks. Looks like we got some wheel chocks, and we've got 4-way, and we've got my old door that had all my original stickers on it that was in the Ford Maverick. So maybe some of you are the same way. Jillian and I stopped spending money buying stickers. If someone gives it to us for free, then it's no big deal, but mainly for this reason right here. You buy a sticker for, let's say, $5 or $6, and then you stick it on something, and then you end up getting rid of that, and then you can't keep the sticker or the memory with you. So we've just started spending the extra money and buying patches for everything that we want, and we can transfer those from vehicle to vehicle to camper to inside, or do whatever. You're always going to have that patch, whereas unfortunately, since I'm not using this and it's been outside, I can't really use these stickers for anything anymore. Just got to make my way to the back of the boat, but I think I got everything off the cover, and then it'll be time to finally peek and see what all is underneath this cover. On the stern of the boat, we have I think it's 50 horsepower Yamaha 4-stroke. This thing is absolutely bulletproof. I love this engine, no problems. Hopefully, it's been sitting 2 years. I didn't just jinx myself, and hopefully it starts up. But I got a expanded gas can, stupid government one where you got to release pressure. We got a birdhouse. Hopefully there's nothing living in there. But I'm kind of nervous to take this cover off because my luck, there's going to be a huge snake or something just chilling in there. I'm sure that needs to be cleaned out. That gas has been sitting there for at least 2 years. The only thing towards the back is just a bike rack right there. So it looks like we're all clear on top and underneath. I want to go ahead and pull this thing out. But now's the time to check the condition of the batteries. So this has electric trim and tilt. Up here on the tiller handle is an up button. So if I push this and the motor tilts up, that means we still have power, even though this boat has been sitting for a few years. So here goes nothing. Ooh, look at that. That sounded really healthy, so it's pretty promising. Hopefully there's enough power to actually turn the motor over to make sure everything is in working order. Before I pull this on the driveway and make an absolute mess with all the crap that's been caught in this cover, I just found an extra hitch for an off-road camper or off-road trailer, so that'll come in handy. These are pretty expensive. I want to say these are like 180 bucks. So this was an actual duck boat. I mean, it still is a duck boat, but I kind of changed it into like an adventure boat. So I got some LED lights up front with a little brush guard. These things are really bright if you've seen my boating at night camping videos. I think I'm just gonna pull this straight to the back. But yeah, it's pretty gross. Looks like we got some straps from something. Rooftop tent, I don't know. We got a dry bag. We got some straps. We've got electrical connectors. We've got another road shower. This one looks pretty new. Yakima road shower. We've got fishing poles. This is way worse than I thought. It smells horrible just because of all the decaying leaves in the water and everything. So I'm gonna go on top and show you guys all the junk that's in this boat. So we have another Yakima road shower. We have some fishing poles. And if you guys really know me and watch my videos, I don't ever fish. So the fact that I have that many fishing poles is beyond me. So on the front of the boat, I bought a winch to mount. And this is some of the bracketry to mount the winch to and remove it. I don't know if that'll ever happen just because of the design of the boat. Looks like we got jumper cables. We got some straps. We got Crocs. I don't even know what that stuff is. What is this? We got a Skag Saver guard. That's going on this boat. Looks like we got a life jacket. We've got fuel tank. Got a bottle opener. We got a broom. We got another gun case right here, and this is a rooftop tent. We got a net. What's in here? It's probably hardware for the rooftop tent. A lot of that stuff down there is probably stuff for the rooftop tent. No, this is lug nuts. Case of lug nuts. That's probably for the 4Runner if I had to guess. Let's see. Yeah, this is all stuff for the rooftop tent. These are the little poles that hold the little window awnings up. I want to open that tent to see how moldy it is, because it's been sitting out here in the rain for 2 years at least. This was some cheap Chinese rooftop tent that really wasn't that great, to be honest with you. So we got some pots down there. We got aluminum bars to mount the tent to the boat so we can go camping on the boat. We have an awning. Bunker Industries, garbage. This company sent it to me, and I sent them a few messages back, and I ultimately did not make a review because the awning sucked that bad, I guess. They're supposed to send me some parts for the awning, and they never did, so don't ever, I guess, buy from them. We have some John Deere parts in here. Looks like we got tons of leaves. Now there's water. We got water draining out of the back now. So I got to get all this stuff out, the leaves. Under these compartments right here are the dual batteries. I got to see what kind of condition those are in. And then see if the electrical system works. Maybe the raccoons and the squirrels didn't chew on my wires. Check the condition of the fuel line, the bladder. and then turn the engine over to see if we have a freed up engine. Looks like we have a 12-volt battery from Super Empower. That'll come in handy. You might be able to use that on the boat. Lithium ion, 100 amp hours, 12.8 volts. Should be, look at all those leaves, jeez. Let's see, that's empty. It's trash. I guess there's not as much stuff in here as I thought. These were struts to hold up the Ford Maverick hood. Don't have that truck anymore. If anybody has a Ford Maverick and they live in Central Florida and they want hood struts, you can have those. Looks like we've got a good fire extinguisher. That's promising. We got some John Deere parts and a socket. We've got if anybody needs these are like awning brackets that clamp onto like a roll bar or a bed rack. Probably never gonna use those again. I'm not sure if there's a brand on these or not. And we have a size checker. And we have a remote for Enjoy Cool air conditioner. Looks like both taillights work as well. There's so many leaves. So I just gotta get the rest of this junk out, and then I can take the leaf blower, blow all the dry stuff out, and then I'll probably shop vac all the wet junk out of there. Power seems really strong, so maybe the batteries are in pretty good condition. I couldn't imagine having to buy 2 huge batteries for this thing. The tires were brand new. I put them on right before I parked it, and I greased the hubs. Look at that. That all looks fresh. I'm gonna top it off with grease anyway. Probably jack it up, spin it around, make sure I don't hear any grinding or anything dry in there. If so, I'll replace them. If not, I think these bearings are probably still good to go. I don't ever use this in salt water, so that's a big plus. Just gotta check the springs, make sure they're not all rusted out. If anybody knows a brand or a really cheap place to get seats, I'm gonna need 2 to 3 brand new seats. These ones are so dry rotted, and I think the squirrels got in there. There should be a seat underneath this rooftop tent for the front, but I'm gonna definitely need some seats. I think the swivels or the bases should be okay, but yeah, those things are not good anymore. Just about to say, I wonder how many snakes were in here. And then I found snakeskin. All right, let's check the condition of this seat. That one might not be too bad, but definitely gonna replace them. Snakes could be up there. We have the fuel tank, all the old life jackets, the throwable, all that stuff's probably up there. Probably all moldy. This is, maybe I can save this. This is worth some money. That'd save me like $100. Jack stands I was looking for probably a year ago. Let's see, we got a wooden, I don't even know. There was nothing on the end of that. Shout out to Milwaukee. Before I scoop all those leaves out, I think I'm gonna set up the awning, the canopy, just because it's probably really mildewy and I need to dry it out. And if it smells or it's really stained bad, I'll probably just have to buy a new one. It is a couple days later. Unfortunately, in the middle of cleaning the boat, my phone ran out of memory and I could not film any longer. And I was just running out of daylight and I wanted to get it all cleaned. So I got it all washed down. The only thing I did not do is start the engine, but all the electronics work, even the trailer lights work, which is pretty amazing. Pretty rare in Florida, I would say. The headlights work on the front, the anchor light, the navigation lights, interior lights, everything all work. I just have not started up the engine, so I'm going to do a maintenance day video, and I'm going to change the oil, spark plugs, and all the maintenance on the outboard engine, and I'll save that for a whole separate video. But thank you guys for watching this video, and I am so excited to get this boat out on the water. It's been sitting way too long, and anybody that knows me knows boating or being on the water is a big part of my life, especially when I lived in Lakeland. My friends and I were always going on the water. At least 12 to sometimes 14 days a month we were out there on the water on the chain of lakes or just going to different springs. So we're going to get back to that. So thank you guys for watching.